It's easy to manage and create invoices in Workever, as well as get paid. This video will walk you through how you can use the invoice list. Invoice single jobs. Invoice multiple jobs. Create a standalone invoice. And take a payment in Workever. Invoice list. The invoice list is where you will find any invoice that you've created. To get to the invoice list, click Invoices in the left-hand menu. You'll see a list of all your invoices, as well as your invoice statuses, which can be clicked for easy filtering. If you need more advanced filtering, you can use the Filters section to filter by a particular customer or a date range. You also have a keyword search that can be used, which is handy when you want to search for a key piece of information. Invoice single jobs. To invoice a job, you can go to the job you want to invoice, make sure that the status is complete, and that the costs are correct. You can add additional costs at this point if required. You can then click Create and Send Invoice, which will open a pop-up where you can make sure the terms are correct. Select the email where you would like the invoice to be sent. You can send to more than one email address. Add any additional local files from your computer to the email. Add a note on the invoice PDF that the customer will see. Preview a copy of the invoice. Once you are happy, you can click Create Invoice and your invoice will be created. You can view invoices at any time by going to the invoice list, or clicking Go to Invoice, and then view invoice from within the job. Invoice multiple jobs. To invoice multiple jobs on the same invoice, go to the Jobs section and filter by your customer. Remember that jobs need to be completed before they can be invoiced. Once you have found the jobs you want to invoice, click the tick boxes next to them. Then select Create Invoice and click Apply. You can then run through the same process as you would creating a single job invoice, as well as preview the invoice before sending it. Once you're happy, click Create Invoice and your invoice will be created and sent. You can view your invoice or take a payment from the main invoice list. Standalone invoice. Standalone invoices are great for invoicing things not connected to a job, or if you want to create a deposit invoice. To create a standalone invoice, go to the invoice list and click Add Invoice. Give your invoice a name. Select a customer. Fill in invoice terms and then you can press Save. You can then head over to the Costs tab and add your invoice costs in. You can select from saved items or add your own new items. When you're done, you can then go back to Invoice Details and click Send Invoice, which will let you preview and send your invoice. Taking a payment. Once an invoice has been created, you can record a payment against it. To record a payment, go to the invoice, click Payments, and then you can record your payment. There are a few different offline payment options available, including cash, check, bank transfer, and offline card payment if you use your own payment terminal. If you have connected Stripe payments, you will have the option to take a card payment directly from within Workever. Once you completed filling the details in, click Process Payment. This will also update the status of the invoice to paid if the total amount has been paid, or part paid if it's part of the total due. So now you've learnt how to use the invoice list. Invoice single jobs. Invoice multiple jobs. Create a standalone invoice. And take a payment in Workever.